in this session, we are going to do some question answers from the diary of Anne Frank, which is the 4th chapter. Now we start with the questions. The first question is, was Anne an intelligent girl? Support your answer giving instances. The answer is, yes, Anne was intelligent. And before I start these answers, I would want to know, or you to know, that these answers are given in points. And you have to put them in complete sentence and in a form of a paragraph to write these answers. Take the help of these points and put them into paragraph with complete sentences. Now I start with the answer. Anne was intelligent. She was just 13. Her diary shows her maturity. The way she wrote her diary, the way she poured her feelings onto the diary showed her maturity. Nobody thought of an account of how Hitler tortured Jews, and nobody thought of writing in a diary form or in any form of writing an account of how Hitler tortured the Jews every day, how every day, every living moment was a torture for the Jews. But Anne did so, and her diary displays and her diary shows all these feelings of hers and everyday activities of hers. On her 13th birthday, her father gives her a diary. She decides to write a diary. And when her father gives her a diary, she decides to write a diary, and the chronicles of the events of her life were written by her in her diary. Now she comes to understand that paper has more patience than people. She is a very watchful, intelligent girl, and looking at the people, watching the people, she has understood that the paper, what she pours on the paper, what she writes on the paper, it has more patience than the people who are around her. Only an intelligent girl could think so wisely and deeply. Not only at home, but even in school, her intelligence, people could see her intelligence, or she acted in a very intelligent way. Like, for example, in the maths period, she defends her habit of talking as hereditary. When she is a very talkative girl, and when her teacher, maths teacher, when he points out and when he punishes her, she defends her habit of talking, saying that it is hereditary. Why? Because her mother is also very talkative, and so she has inherited this habit of talking from her mother, and she cannot do anything about it. Then she writes for the next punishment, she gets to write an article or an essay about being talkative, and then there she writes a poem about a mother duck and a father swan in a humorous form, and in which she wisely turned the punishment into a joke. In this poem, she wrote that how a father swan was irritated by the quacking of the mother ducklings and the mother duck, and he bites off their head. And the teacher understood what she is trying to say, and she wisely turned the punishment into a joke. Mr. Casing, the maths teacher, looks at the joke in the right way. Now we come to the next question. Why did Anne Frank think that she confided more in the diary than in people? Why did she think that she could confide more in the diary than in the people? The answer is, Anne's father gifted a diary on her 13th birthday. First, she did not like the idea of diary. She thought that who's going to read a diary of a 13-year-old girl? And she did not want to write down her thoughts into a diary. But later she felt like writing in a diary to get things off her chest. So her feelings, her emotions, they were all bottled up inside her, and she wants to get them off. And she could not do it. She had no close friend. So she found that diary is the best place where she can pour out her feelings. Though she had loving parents, a sister, and 30 other friends, she felt bored and depressed. Though she had parents, sister, and 30 other friends, yet she could not confide into them. She could not talk to them what was inside her, and thus she felt very bored and depressed. A shy and an introvert, she was a shy and an introvert girl. She could not confide in her friends and members of her family. She wanted someone very close whom she could not share her secret with. But because she was an introvert girl, she could not make real friends. She could not have good friends. And even if she had friends, she could not confide her thoughts to her. So in this diary, she found a real friend, and she named it Kitty. She realized the truth When she started writing into her diary, she realized the truth that paper has more patience than people. Decided to share the contents of her diary with a real friend. She did not like to show her diary to anyone, and she thought that when she has a real friend, then only she is going to share the contents of the diary with that person. Confide in more ideas in her diary, and she confided in her diary all the ideas and thoughts and the feelings. She found that people are not always interested in listening to her thoughts, to her feelings, emotions, and her ideas, but she understood that a diary conceals all her secret, and no one is going to judge because of these thoughts that she is putting down in the diary. The diary is not going to judge her, and it can keep all her secrets. Now the next question is, how did Anne respond to the punishment by Mr. Keesing? What light does it throw on her nature? The answer is, Mr. Keesing, the maths teacher, was always annoyed with Anne's talkative nature. So he gave her extra work to write an essay on the chatterbox. As a punishment, she got to write an essay, a chatterbox. She wrote that talking is a student's trait, and in that essay she proved that talking is a student's trait, and moreover she was unable to cure this habit of talking because her mother was also talkative. So moving from she had inherited this habit of talking, and because it was an inherited trait, she could not move away from it, or she could not remove that. On reading her argument, Mr. Keesing had a good laugh. Then again he found her talkative, and this time he gave as a punishment, he gave her an incorrigible chatterbox as a punishment for talking in the class. And she wrote a poem with the help of a friend. She wrote a poem here, and she gave a message through the poem to the teacher. The teacher was impressed by the way she had written this poem and the way she gave this message that about the father swan and the mother duck, and the father swan biting off the head of the mother swan and the ducklings because he did not like their noise. So the teacher was impressed by it and very clearly understood that what she's trying to convey through this poem, and he decided not to punish her. Made him realize his mistake, that this is a quality that is in her, inherent quality which she cannot change, and he understood his mistake. This reflects her fearlessness, critical thinking, humility, and unbiased approach. Her creativity and humorous approach to deal with a strict teacher, and how to deal with a strict teacher so that he doesn't scold her or get angry with her. She used her creativity. Now the next question is from the diary of Anne Frank, throws light on student-teacher relationship, class atmosphere and discipline. Explain. So here when we are reading about this is just one incident that she's written in her diary, and it talks about the student-teacher relationship, the class atmosphere and discipline. The answer is this chapter clearly describes teacher-student relationship. And is punished for talking in the class by Mr. Keesing because he's annoyed of her talkative nature, and he asked her to write an essay on chatterbox. It is learning in disguise. So though he made her write an essay, but it was a learning in disguise. It made the teacher as well as the student learn something. He wanted her to focus, and why he was always displeased with her and angry with her for her talking, because he wanted her to focus on studies. Punished Anne for her proper development, and he punished Anne so that she could grow up into a proper girl, into a proper adult with less talking habits. Teacher-student relationship is very respectful and sacred, and this chapter teaches us that student and teacher relationship is very respectful and sacred on both the teacher's part and the student's part. Otherwise, both teaching and learning could be hampered. And if it is not respectful and sacred, then the teaching and the learning could be hampered. Both try to joke, but a healthy and a humorous way. And we see this, that both try to joke, but they keep in a healthy and humorous way to the standards of the school and following the standards and the decorum of the classroom. So it is done in a very healthy way, out of which both the student and the teacher learn something. So these were the questions that we have done. Thank you very much.